everyone, it's your girl Sanj. Y'all, welcome back to my channel. On today, this video is going to be a lock journey starter kit video where I am sharing with you 5 essentials for every newly locked. If you have recently got starter locks, if you're thinking about it, y'all, these are the 5 things that you need to have to set your journey up for success. And honestly, it's not a whole lot of things. It's a pretty low-key hairstyle. However, it does require maintenance and intention to keep your locks happy and healthy. So that's what we're gonna be getting into today. And if you are new here, go on and hit that young subscribe button. I would love to see you back. And y'all, if you're not new here, welcome back. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into this and start with the first essential for your lock journey starter kit, and that is lock friendly hair ties. Y'all, not all hair ties are lock friendly, and so this is an example of a lock friendly hair tie. It has coils. This was actually given to me by my loctician on the day I got my locks started, and they are really gentle. They're also large. You can see I can just go and put my hair in there, but what it's doing, it's not snagging and it's also not too tight. Traditional scrunchies or hair ties can be too tight for locks, especially starter locks, because you don't want any indentation as your locks are forming. You don't want to do anything that's gonna hinder the maturation and kind of the thickening up process, and having hair ties that are too tight can do that. So you're gonna want something lock friendly. This is another example of a lock friendly hair tie. You can see it's big, it's loose. Maybe at the beginning you might wrap this around a couple times, but it's not anything that's going to be super tight on your hair, and it also doesn't have any metal pieces that can snag on your locks and damage your locks. So first thing is lock friendly hair ties. The second thing you are going to need as a part of your lock journey starter kit is a spray bottle. Y'all, a good spray bottle, one that doesn't leak. This is gonna be your best friend, because if you've checked out any of my videos about moisturization or keeping your locks juicy and luscious, all that good stuff, moisture, it comes down to moisture, and you're not gonna necessarily wet your hair every day in a shower. You're gonna use a spray bottle. So this is actually a repurposed spray bottle from a Carol's Daughter product I used when I was loose natural. So you can repurpose a spray bottle, just clean it out. You can also purchase one. They have them at Sally's, they have them at Target even. Really, you just want something that's good quality, that you can use on a consistent, like literally you'll be using it on a daily basis. So mine, I need to fill it up again. It's got some water in here. But spray bottle is definitely a part of your lock journey starter kit. The next thing that you are gonna need is a lock journey sleeping cap. As my husband calls it, a dweezy. Okay, y'all know any type of natural hair, you're gonna need a wrap, a head covering at night, something made of satin or silk, and that's gonna help prevent snags during your lock journey. It's gonna help prevent getting any residue in your hair or dust or things like that locks can collect. So really, it's going to protect your hair and keep it looking nice, also minimizing the frizz, even though there will be frizz. Ain't nothing wrong with frizz as a part of your lock journey, but using a good nightcap will help. And so this, I stole this from my husband. It's like a kind of like a do-rag where you can put your locks up in it, and then let me see if I can find the ties. You can bring the ties around and tie it up top. So I love this one because it stays in place. I also love it because it doesn't slide down my forehead like sometimes bonnets can do. I also love it because I feel kind of cute or whatever. And also it just protects all around. So I would recommend something like this. You can also use a good old-fashioned bonnet, a do-rag. If you're able to put your hair into it, that can work too. But some do-rags will have your hair hanging out on the sides, and so you probably don't want that. Something that is full coverage and that will keep your hair protected at night. And so the fourth thing you're gonna need in your Loc'd Journey starter kit is a good moisturizing scalp oil. I should say scalp and hair oil because you'll use it a little bit on your hair too. But my favorites are, this is castor oil from Sky Organics and coconut oil. I like to keep it simple, keep it classic. Sometimes I mix my own oil blends, but even with those, these are the base of them. Castor oil, which is great for moisturization. It's a thicker oil. It's also great for growth. It's great for itchiness. And coconut oil, which is a little thinner, a little looser, but it just always does what I need it to do, okay? So a good moisturizing oil. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy 5 or 6 different oils. You'll kind of figure out what your hair likes, and you might already know from your loose natural season, but that is what you're gonna be using to moisturize your scalp in between your parts, and then also to seal in the moisture from the water that you spray on. So y'all, a good moisturizing oil will keep you right. Which brings us to the last, well, almost the last, because I'm gonna throw in one other thing that's optional. But the fifth thing that you need for your Loc'd journey is a good shampoo and conditioner. And I say a good shampoo and conditioner because a lot of people are like, oh, you know, if I have locks, do I need to get completely new shampoos and conditioners? That's really something that's up to you. Personally, I didn't change what I was using from loose natural to Loc'd. I still use my Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle conditioner, and I switch up the shampoos. But the main thing you're gonna want to look for is something that does not leave residue in your locks. You do not want residue in your locks. Some shampoos and conditioners are more prone to this than others. And so like after you rinse your hair, you don't wanna feel anything left over in there because we wanna keep the locks clean and free from residue. So I would recommend something that's phthalates free, something that's sulfate free. There's lots of great shampoos out there. So honestly, myself personally, I'm pretty open, but you're gonna want something that is consistent, that gives you a nice clean feel, a conditioner that's moisturizing, makes your scalp feel great, and doesn't leave you with any residue. And that leaves me to the last thing. This is optional. It's technically not a part of the 5, but if you are somebody who's interested in doing your own retwist, there's a lot of ways to do that. Some people just use water and oil. Some people like to use some sort of gel. Personally, I think it's easier to use some sort of gel when you're starting out and learning how to do it on yourself. And so I use aloe vera gel. Another really popular one is flaxseed gel. So if you are interested in doing those retwists, I would recommend starting off with a light gel. Both of those are light. They don't leave residue or kind of flakiness. I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting a super thick like store-bought gel. In terms of the like thick brown ones, you don't necessarily need that, but something that's light, and so you can get into the motion and have nice hold when you're doing your retwists. And then after you get the hang of it, you can branch out, try no gel, try just oil, and just kind of figure out what works for you. And so with that, y'all, we have come to this conclusion. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, okay? If you are thinking about starting your Loc'd journey, go on and do it. You will not regret it. It has been such a good time. My locks are in need of a little oil. So it'd be like that sometimes, y'all. But go on and subscribe if you have not already. Also, if you like these Loc'd videos, you can check out my Loc'd journey playlist. It has all the videos that I've made about locks, and it will show you kind of what my journey has looked like over this first year of being Loc'd. And thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.